Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto and in this video I'm gonna have a portrait telephoto bokeh challenge. I'd like you to try to recognize these lenses based on their bokeh. In the first part I was comparing 25mm lenses, and in this second part I'm having some portrait telephoto lenses covering focal lengths between 42.5 and 50mm. I took every lens that I have in here right now in my home that cover those focal lengths, and I came up with 3 prime lenses and 3 zoom lenses, so it's 6 lenses altogether. In the first part of this bokeh challenge I had 7 different, very different lenses, and also in this case all these 6 lenses are quite different from each other and made for a little bit different purposes maybe. But I think it's gonna be still interesting to see what kind of bokeh they all make and make a little comparison. I was using the same exact very elaborate test scene that I made for those 25mm lenses. My shooting distance was just a little bit longer because these were telephoto lenses. In the background of my test scene I have a couple of Lumix lights back there and some Christmas lights back there. And the purpose of these lights is to create some highlights and some bokeh balls in the background. And just in case you missed the first part of my bokeh challenge, there's a card up there, please take a look, I think it's worth it. And I already said in the first part that this test scene may not be your perfect test scene, but I think it's good enough for this purpose, and this is not meant to be a scientific test, just some fun. And I shot 2 pictures on each lens. One picture wide open and one picture stopped down to f5.6. And the 5.6 is because it is the maximum aperture of the slowest lens. I wanted to see also how the lenses perform at f5.6. Other lenses are stopped down, but this one lens is wide open. And of course I used a tripod and the shooting distance was exactly the same on all lenses, and I did minimal post-processing for these pictures. Just minor brightness and contrast adjustments, and I double-checked that the white balance was the same, exactly the same in every picture. And the 6 lenses that I used are here. And now let's look at the photos. But I'm not gonna tell you which photo was taken on which lens. Each photo has a number that corresponds to a lens. And I'd like you to try to recognize which number matches which lens. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you the correct answers. But this is the first set of pictures shot at f5.6. So how was it? I don't think there was much difference between the lenses because they all look very similar at f5.6. There is some difference in the framing because of the different focal lengths, and that makes some lenses look maybe a bit better than the others because the focal length is slightly longer, and so the bokeh also is slightly smoother. But in the end I think if you used any of these lenses stopped down or at f5.6, it wouldn't much matter which lens you used. They all make very similar picture, at least in this case. Maybe in some other situation there could be some minor differences, but I don't think you could see much difference in any kind of situations between these lenses at f5.6. But here is the second set of pictures, shot wide open on each lens. And I think now you're gonna see much more difference between the shots. And the numbers are the same as in the previous set. Same numbers correspond to the same lens. I think this was easier now, and you probably even recognized some lenses. And please let me know in the comments down below how many lenses did you recognize and how it all went. The framing, like I said before, is not exactly the same because of the different focal lengths on each lens. However, also in this comparison, it's really interesting to see that the two primes that have exactly the same nominal focal length have quite a different angle of view. The other one is quite a bit wider than the other one. And also there were some subtle differences in the color rendition. And now I'm gonna reveal the correct results, and they are here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this was maybe even helpful for some of you if you are wondering if that one extra stop is worth it when you are considering to buy some of these lenses. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.